heaven. The big finale. The grand prize at the end of Earth's morally confusing obstacle course. According to most religious teachings, heaven is where all the pain stops and the worship begins. How exciting. An eternity of singing praises to a God who already knows how great he is. I mean, who needs beaches, books, or literally any hobby, when you can just praise forever? But the more you think about heaven, the less sense it makes. Let's start with this classic promise. God will wipe away every tear. Nice. But how? Do we still remember our lives on Earth? Because if I get to heaven and realize my best friend didn't make it, am I just cool with that? Like, oh well, I guess eternal torture was the consequence of wrong beliefs. Time for another hymn. No. If I remember the people I love, then watching them suffer would ruin heaven. But if I don't remember them, or if I'm suddenly fine with their pain, then I'm not really me anymore, am I? That's not paradise. That's a divine lobotomy. And while we're at it, let's talk about free will. Christians say God gave us free will, because love must be a choice. Fine. But do we still have free will in heaven? Because if I get there and decide I'm tired of singing, and I'd rather go water skiing, is that allowed? What if I just say, hey God, no offense, but I'm kinda over the whole worship thing? Can I explore other options? Because if the answer is no, then guess what? Free will's gone. It died at the gates. And if it doesn't exist in heaven, then what was the point of it on earth? If heaven erases your freedom, your memories, and your identity, in what way is that a reward? And here's where it gets worse. If heaven requires you to obey, to forget, to comply, then it's not a reward. It's a reset. You didn't make it into heaven. A version of you did. One that's been edited for content, censored, sanitized, safe for eternity. That's not eternal joy. That's eternal mind control. And if we do still have free will in heaven, then what's stopping people from sinning? From choosing wrong again? If everyone just magically behaves, then either we're not truly free, or we've been modified to never disobey. Congratulations. Heaven is North Korea, with better lighting. And let's not forget, most people don't even get in. According to most theologies, the majority of humanity ends up in hell, or just gets erased. So heaven becomes this exclusive VIP lounge, where the saved celebrate, while billions suffer. Tell me again how that's a reward. Here's the problem no one wants to talk about. If heaven requires you to forget pain, to forget injustice, to forget who you are, then it's not you in paradise. It's some hollowed-out version of you, singing karaoke for eternity. You don't get eternal life. You get eternal compliance. And honestly, if heaven is just singing and smiling forever, I'm gonna need a lot more than harp music to stay interested, because even joy gets boring after a while. You ever eat your favorite food every day? Eventually, you hate it. Now scale that up to infinity. Final thought. Heaven, as described, is emotionally incoherent, philosophically broken, and kind of a cosmic horror story with a golden gate. If this is the best God can offer, I think I'll pass. Thanks for watching. See you next time.